Can't play.
So welcome to the Holistic Kid Show. My name is Zane.
My name is Imad.
And my name is Qasim.
We're the Holistic Kids Kid educating us kids from the inside out.
Halloween was 2 days ago, and the average consumption for kids for 3 cups of sugar on Halloween. Have you seen how much candy that kids can eat?
I think it's way more than that.
That is a lot of kids on sugar. Kids are bouncing off the walls in school the day after Halloween.
Well, with the kids eating all that sugar, it's not just affecting their brains, but also bodies, but also their immune systems. As only 300 calories of sugar will decrease your immune system by 50% for about a 2-hour period. So let's face it, our immune system needs help right now. And with all these viruses in the air, we can't control the virus, but we can help our body build and reboot a healthy immune system.
How are we gonna do
that with all the sugar kids are eating?
We are so thankful to have Dr. Robert Silverman here with us today. Dr. Robert Silverman is a chiropractic doctor, clinic nutritionist, national international speaker, author of Amazon's #1 bestseller, Inside Out Health. And he's the CEO of Westchester Integrative Health. Robert G. Silverman released his latest book in December 2022, Immune Reboot, your guide to maximizing immunity, restoring gut health, and optimizing vitality. Dr. Rob was a guest speaker on CBS, NBC, Fox News Channel, Fox, ABC, The Wall Street Journal, and NewsMax. In short, Dr. Rob has been over 50 TV credits and numerous podcast appearances. And he is here with us today. Thank you so much, Dr. Silverman. We are so honored for you to be here with us to join us today.
Thanks so much for having me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm really happy to share some insights on helping little guys like you, medium-sized guys and the like, get healthy and take care of their immune system. Did you know that your immune system works 365, 24/7? It never shuts off.
Oh, wow.
It's
incredible. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's turned on right now. There's only 2 systems in your whole body that do that: your immune system and your central nervous system.
We would love to hear your story.
Well, my story's sort of interesting in that I was born with what they call congenital torticollis. I have some damage to my neck. And when I was your guys' age, my neck looked different than everybody else's. So there was a lot of kids who didn't understand it. So they teased me and things of that nature. And when I was 18, I went to a medical doctor seeking help. And he suggested I go to a chiropractor. And when I went to the chiropractor, everything stopped. The lights went off. Then they turned on, literally and figuratively. And I knew that I wanted to be a chiropractor because I wanted to help people like you, adults like me, the way I was helped. So my mission in life was to start helping people like I was helped. And then it kind of grew into not just chiropractic, but it grew into what we call functional nutrition and functional medicine to try and fix the body from the inside out.
What is the immune system, and why is it important?
Well, the immune system is something that we have that's very intricate to ourselves. So there's 2 forms of the immune system. There's actually 3. The first one is our skin and our digestive tract. So people forget that our skin is part of our immune system because it protects us. So that's why every time you guys get cut, you want to put a Band-Aid on it. You want to protect it. Some instances, you may want some stitches. But the immune system that we're really talking about has 2 parts. When everybody's born, we have an innate immune system. And our innate immune system protects us from foreigners. It's macrophages, neutrophils. They're sort of like our Marines. They work 365, 24/7. They're our security guards of our health. There's also something called an adaptive and acquired immune system. So when you guys first went to school, everybody got the flu, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, there are a lot of people like that.
Everybody got the flu, people got chicken pox, people got colds, but you know, you didn't get the same cold the next year because you have an immune system called the adaptive immune system that makes antibodies. And those antibodies protect us against people, and they enable us to remember that virus and bacteria and protect us. The balance of those two immune systems make for a strong immune system, like you guys have.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, so tell us more about how the immune system works and what helps our immune system.
So we're getting so why is it, what is the immune system and why is it so important and how it's helped? I got it. My pleasure. Well, the immune system is really important because if we don't have an immune system, we're obviously so susceptible to foreign bodies and viruses and bacteria, and we're always going to be sick. Um, it's important also because it's a basis for communication through our whole body. It's really interesting that when you think about it, our body is all interconnected. It communicates. Have you ever watched those trees light up like a Christmas tree, if you will? Light, 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 but one light goes on and nothing goes on. That's how our body communicates. So our immune system is a main conductor of some of those proverbial lights. So it's real important that we keep it in a very robust, strong manner. And as you said before, as your brother had said, one of the most interesting things was sugar. Now, you guys, just as you said, it was Halloween. Sugar is very detrimental to overall health. The average kid your age eats about 9 teaspoons of sugar a day. Sugar is very detrimental to everybody's overall health. But do you know why everybody likes sugar? Well, one, obviously it's sweet, it tastes good. It works with the reward center of your brain. So it lights you up, it's addictive. So the more sugar you eat, the more sugar you want. So my suggestion is to try and limit sugar as much as you can.
Yeah, like people have like these candies and then it has like MSGs and then you like so addicted to it and then you start having it more and more and it just gets worse. So in our classroom there are lots of coughs and colds, especially after the holidays. What makes them more prone to infections?
Well, again, the immune system, those don't have a robust, strong immune system. Certain things like what they eat. So I mean, I grew up in an era where Jack LaLanne was the fitness guy. I know neither one of you three have ever heard about him. Hopefully, your mom has seen him. Nevertheless, Jack LaLanne was a fitness guru. He always used to say, take your vitamins and minerals, eat your greens and your vegetables and your fruits, and make sure you exercise and do your homework and brush your teeth. All those things are great starting points. So, some kids and some people just don't take their immune system as seriously. They don't eat their vegetables. You know, you should have about 8 to 10 servings of green vegetables per day.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm pretty sure like half your plate should be vegetables.
That's great. So if you want to look at a plate, there should be a third of it is protein, half should be vegetables and fruits, and then a little portion should be maybe a carbohydrate, you know, like a rice or something like that, or some nuts. You're right. Half your plate should be greens and vegetables.
So now that kids have messed up their immune system, what can we do to help our immune system stay super strong?
Excellent question. Well, one, I'm a big believer, even for guys like your age, 8, 10, and 12, that some nutritional supplements will help. They're chewables for those who are younger, like 4 or 5. So I'm a big believer in a multivitamin, multimineral, an omega-3 fish oil, tastes really good, some vitamin D, and a pre and probiotic. 80% of our immune cells are in our gut. 80%. It's where our food and our vitamins and minerals get absorbed. So things that are gut boosting and gut helping, like fermented foods like kimchi, are really, really good choices. So people who have a weak immune system have to get good sleep. Sleep is actually a great hack for the immune system. In addition to that, they've also has to eat those fruits and vegetables and whole foods. And within the rest, also take the proper supplements. They'll have a strong immune system.
We eat need all those supplements.
I'm sure you do. Make sure again, my Dr. Rob's Fabulous 5, multivitamin, multimineral, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D3 with K2, pre and probiotics, and I'm a big proponent of a green drink because it's very hard to get a lot of vegetables. And especially hard for you guys who don't what we call brown bag it, take your lunch. If not, the school lunches usually don't. I mean, you guys tell me when you go to school and they offer you lunch, do you get a lot of green vegetables and fruits?
Well,
We
so
like-
actually, our school uses something called, like, it uses
Our district.
our district uses organic foods, but they still have sides with like Cheetos or yeah. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Like they have these like organic main foods, but
Yeah,
then
they
they
have
just
celery.
add like something that'll destroy your immune system.
Like they have
Cheetos.
they have an apple, and then they have Cheetos, and then they have like all these
And then just the
corn
main.
dogs
They have
and all
like-
that stuff.
Cheetos.
So what other foods are really bad for your immune system?
Well, you just mentioned Cheetos and Doritos. They're what we call ultra processed food. There's a saying, if man makes it, I won't eat it. I like to adhere to that. So those foods that you want to avoid are ultra processed. 67% of calories from teenagers and below are consumed from ultra processed food. Much of that ultra processed food is not real food. So that's potato chips, that's pretzels, that's believe it even agave honey, that's ultra processed. Anything that's processed and added ingredients to is called ultra processed. So those foods you want to avoid. So my suggestion is I have some what we call acronyms, GPS, no gluten, no ultra processed food, and no added sugar. I know it's sweet. DNA, limit your dairy. Obviously, for you guys, no nicotine at all. No artificial sweeteners. No deep fried foods. And here's the big one. Here's the main assailant. No vegetable oils. That's why you want your parents to cook for you, because your parents are going to cook with coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil. Almost all restaurants use what we call vegetable oils, but vegetable oils are not vegetables. They're actually seed oils, and they're very, very harmful to anybody's overall health.
Yes, we use lots of olive and avocado oil.
What are superfoods for our immune system?
You want some superfoods? I'll give you some super fruits. So fatty fruits. You ready?
Okay.
Avocado. You said avocado oil. Coconut. Olives. Superfoods. Kale. Okra. Egg. Egg is a superfood, and you want the white and the yolk. I grew up, we used to take the yolk away because people told us that cholesterol is a problem. They are incorrect. Eggs are probably your number one superfood. For you guys, for adults, believe it or not, organic coffee is a superfood. Any green leafy vegetable like kale, spinach, great choices, carrots. And a real superfood in fruit would be any kind of berry, especially blueberries.
So, like, what are foods that will so tell us more about how the immune system takes these foods, like,
Well-
and how it responds to the bad foods and the good foods.
So it's interesting. Foods are potentiators for information in your body. The food's nutrients communicate with you. So good foods are potentiators for health information. Bad foods are potentiator for inflammation, burning yourself from inside. So if you want to get good grades, believe it or not, there's certain brain foods that are a great choice. Again, some of the ones we mentioned before, blueberries, avocados, anything that has polyphenols, antioxidants. But here's a big takeaway for everybody. I grew up being told that sugar and carbohydrates were the fuel for the brain. That's wrong. That's a dirty fuel. A clean fuel would be fat, like an avocado, like olives, like something that has a medium chain triglycerides. So Carbs are dirty fuel for the brain. You're not going to get good grades. Fats are clean fuel for the brain. You're going to get much, much better grades.
So you talk about immunosenescence. That refers to the gradual deterioration of the immune system over time. As we age, our immune system doesn't work the way it's supposed to. But now we're seeing this in younger and younger individuals because it relates to life experience and how we take care of our bodies more than the number of care our bodies, more than our birthdays. How should we us kids take care of our immune system so we can make sure it doesn't deteriorate over time?
It's a great question. I hear so many parents talking about their children and they say, hey, if they can't enjoy it or eat something or do something bad now, they can't do it later. Well, I've never heard anything that I feel is more wrong, because even as young as you are, it's very important because you're setting the table for life's expectancy in your immune system. So for instance, there's nothing wrong. I mean, I'm compelled by what you three are doing, that you're trying to give out information, that you're trying to eat good quality foods. So for me, health is wealth. There is no lottery ticket for health. Health teaches you everything you need to know in life, in that if you work for it, you've earned it, you've got something good. Now, immunosenescence, the ability of cells to die. Immunosenescence means these cells are dead, but they haven't gone away. So I know you had Dr. Jeffrey Bland, the father of functional medicine, a mentor of mine. He talked about zombie cells, right? Like the monster. Everybody knows the monster. What's so bad about the monster? He's scary because he's dead, but he doesn't go away. Those are cells for people who have bad immune systems that are spilling out inflammation. So by taking care of your health now, you're setting yourself up for a much healthier long-term life. As a doctor in his mid-50s, I see a lot of patients. And you want to know their number one regret? They wish they took care of their health at a younger age. You guys don't have to worry about the regret. And what you're doing for everybody is great. I'm compelled.
So Halloween just passed, and you were talking about those zombie cells. Can you please go over more about zombie cells?
Sure. Zombie cells are cells that are dead, that are spewing out inflammation. We call them zombie cells because they're so descriptive. I mean, you guys all know what a zombie was, right? Immunosenescence, we'd have to explain a little bit. Now you know what it is. So these zombie cells are awful because they're inflammatory. The problem that we have in America today is that the population is inflamed. COVID showed us that everybody got super sick because their immune system wasn't that healthy. And part of the problem with the immune system not being healthy was that everybody was inflamed. So for me, what we call my credo, I want to manage and modulate inflammation, even in people your age, 8, 10, and 12. So many children now have come into my office with leaky gut. They come in with autoimmune conditions at 10, 11, and 12. That's unheard of. A lot of that is attributed to an inability to deal with inflammation. And part of that is those zombie cells.
What other factors help our immune system stay strong as we get older? What other things can we add to our everyday routine to keep our immune system strong?
What a great question. Probably one of the things that we haven't talked enough about is exercise. So everybody always thinks that gym class is the soft class. Hey, I blow it off. It's relaxation class. Gym class is as important, and I have a doctorate in multiple degrees, as English, social studies, science class, because exercise is the backbone of health. Believe it or not, muscle mass is your immune organ. The better you are, the more muscular you are, not necessarily Arnold Schwarzenegger muscular or like Popeye muscular, but more muscle with no fat. That's your immune health. So the number one thing is exercise. Dealing with stress. Tomorrow's another day. Everything is good. It's all good. You've heard that expression. If you let the stress of life bother you, you're not going to have a robust immune system. And lastly, toxins. So we live in, unfortunately, the United States, loved living here, but unfortunately, the US has a lot of toxins and exposures, especially in the air, the ground, and a lot in what we eat. So it always comes back to what we put in our mouth. Remember, I said it before, food is a potentiator for communication with your body. So whatever you put in is going to go to your stomach, and your stomach communicates with your brain. So if you put in sugar, you're going to get wired. If you put in avocado, you're going to think clearly.
Does being really cold or being really hot, like a sauna, help our immune system?
Yep, that's it. That's an interesting question. So we call it that. That's a term called hormesis. Hormesis is a strain to the body, and the body has to adjust. So you want to go a little hot and a little cold. So you want to strain the body, because when you go hot in the sauna, and I do this myself, I go in the sauna for about 20 minutes from anywhere 140 to 160 degrees, and I perspire. So one, when I perspire, I get rid of toxins. That's your body's way of getting rid of toxins. Two, body responds to the heat by releasing heat shock proteins, which are very immune boosting. Then I go in a shower from 50 to 59 degrees, and that's cold exposure. And I release what we call from the liver cold shock proteins. These are all things to allow our body's immune system to improve and to grow in its ability to defend against foreign objects and foreign pathogens. It's a great choice. Now, I'm not so sure you guys have to go into 140 or 160, but it's something called hormesis, which just shows how beautiful the body is in that it responds to stresses and improves its health.
So how can we kids add the hot and cold showers into our daily routine to help us?
Well, I mean, you guys can exercise, it'll raise your temperature, but I think alternating a hot and a cold shower, I'll do it for you, because you guys' immune system is so much more sensitive than ours, because you're young and your mitochondria is strong. So a hot and cold shower would be a great choice.
That's amazing. Because I actually heard a tip, like if you just like go, if you switch, I don't know if this is true, but if you switch from hot to really cold, and then like keep on switching between hot and cold, will that help? Because I'm pretty sure I heard it.
Well, you know,
Or
when you walk into a shower and it's too hot or too cold, you're like, ooh, oh, that's okay. As I mean, obviously you don't want to burn yourself with hot water, but hot and cold, it's showing your body has to respond. And we want to respond. You know, when we're too comfortable, we become too complacent. Our body has these response mechanisms. So now we're getting into the concept of what we naturally want to produce. The other thing I think we would want to talk about is more sleep. You know, you don't want to go to sleep, but you want to have fun, you want to watch TV, maybe you want to study, whatever. But 8 hours to 9 hours of good, solid sleep is critical. It is the true backbone of a robust immune system. So get your sleep. Don't do that 4, 5, or 6 hour sleep.
What is one thing kids can do today to improve our immune system?
The number one thing I'm going to tell you guys to do, maybe not you, but the people watching, is decrease your carbohydrate load, i.e. decrease your sugar intake. Everybody, the average American consumes 160 pounds of sugar per year. We've got to decrease our sugar. It is ruining our health in America today.
Yeah, you're extremely right. Because America, whenever you think of America, there's always like really unhealthy people. Like that's what America is usually known for.
75% of American adults are overweight or obese. The average American consumes 146 pounds of gluten. Now, I know you guys are gluten-free.
Yes.
The average American consumes 142 pounds of artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners increase the incidence of stroke and dementia by 2 to 3 times.
Please tell us more about your amazing book and your work.
Well, thank you very much. My book is called Immune Reboot. I wrote it. I was very frustrated during COVID. I live in New York. And literally, I live 6 blocks from the epicenter. So many of my friends and family and patients got sick. There's no place to turn to. There was no alternatives at that time. So I had to learn as much as I could about the immune system. So Immune Reboot is based on sharing an understanding of how the immune system should work, the immune system works, and protocols for like a long COVID. My work is real simple. First of all, it's not work. 16 hours a day, I have the greatest job in the world. I get to share health and make impacts on people's life every day. So as you guys grow up, you pick what you like because you'll never go to work one day in your life because it'll just be an enjoyable life. It won't feel like work. Sunday's not a rest day. Sunday is a fun day. And lastly, if anybody's interested in the book, feel free, immunereboot.com.
So everyone make sure to follow Dr. Robert on social media. He is such an inspiration.
Let's recap Dr. Robert's key points. Our immune system is always working. The immune system has two parts. The innate immune system protects us from invaders. They are security guards of our health. Then there is an adaptive immune system that works with the antibodies and remember sickness so it can keep you healthy. Things we can do to improve our immune system.
Eat more veggies.
Nutritional supplements will help, like in multivitamin and omega-3 and probiotics and vitamins D3.
Sleep is critical for our immune system. We also have to eat whole foods. If man made it, we don't eat it. Stay away from ultra-processed foods. No gluten, no added sugar, limit dairy, no artificial sweeteners, no deep fruits, no vegetable oils. Avocados, coconut, olives, kale, okra, eggs with the white and the yolks. Organic coffee, green leafy vegetables, carrots, berries will all help your body and brain. Exercise is extremely really helpful to the immune system. It gets rid of toxins which can help your immune system. Homeostasis is a good strain to the body so the body can adjust. So a hot and cold shower is great for your immune system. So we should also decrease our sugar intake. So we need to take our immune system today. We have to help our immune system. Cosmo, do you have anything to add?
No.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Zain Sari.
I'm Imad.
And I'm Qasim.
Follow my family on social media, Holistic Immunity, and look out for my mom's book. She's written a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Us kids, we can empower.
Us kids from the inside out.
We kids can empower the future generations just by becoming healthy. Us kids can empower us kids from the inside out. Please check out our podcast on iTunes and leave a review so other kids and families can benefit. We need to create a healthy future for all of us and the planet. Join us next week for another episode of the Holistic Kid Show, where kids are empowering kids. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.